Everybody who works here has done it. Except
me, yeah.
He just hasn't worked here long enough, that's all it is. So, like I said, so he's the driver. I sit in the back seat here. All of our positions on the fire engine, we all have specific spots that we sit and specific jobs that we do when we work on fires. So he drives us there and he makes the water come out of the fire engine. The captain tells everybody what to do. The guy who sits on the other side holds the fire hose and he puts the actual water on the fire. And then I sit here and I help open the doors and I help push the hose inside the house because it's really hard to move hose by yourself. So that's kind of how we operate at all of our fires that we go to.
Says this everybody?
So how do you
get in?
How do you get clean the back?
Open this door. So this is where I ride. We'll let you guys all sit in there. You clean up my mess, right? So these are my gloves for when we go on medical aids when people call us because they're sick. So I leave them right there. It kind of tells me how many calls we run.
Kind of cool, huh? Yeah, that's...
So, as you can see, there's headsets up there. That's because it's really loud, the fire engine, so we can all talk to each other. We can listen to the...
There's a baby.
We've got some interesting things in there, don't worry. We've got a baby helmet and, lots of other stuff. So, as you can see...
Why is the baby's head ripped off?
I don't know, it's just found out.
We just found it. We just found it, so it's in there.
Hey, you guys, you see the packs in the seat? They're built into the seat, air packs?
This right here is the backpack that we wear so we can go in fire. So we put this on, and this hose right here hooks into here, and it gives us air so we can breathe. Because you go into fire, there's lots of smoke, you can't see, and you can't breathe. So we wear that so we can breathe. They are rated to last about 40-ish minutes, and that will change depending on kind of what you're doing. So when it's 40 minutes, it's only just sitting there doing nothing. So when we're all pushing hose and pulling people and doing things, it's a lot less time. It's probably about 15 to 20 minutes depending on how physically in shape you are. So that's why most firemen you see will work out and get good exercises every time we work to try to make it so we can last longer in fire.
After dinner, I do weights.
You do weights?
Yeah.
That's after dinner?
After dinner?
That's good.
This guy never does weights. He tries to do it with diet, it's not working. And so, like I said, it's really dark in the fire, so we have lots of flashlights that we can take in with us. There's one right here below you, and then there's one by their legs back there.
So here's a flashlight?
Yep, that's a big old flashlight that we use.
Wow, those are huge.
Yes, huge. So that's kind of the back here. So
Doggy.
here's some of my tools that I use. This helps me pull sheetrock off of the ceiling, so if there's a fire up in the ceiling in the attic, we can get in there. And then there's another set, it's an axe and a halligan, and that helps me open doors if the doors are locked and we can't get inside. So those are the tools that I use mostly when we're going on fire.
Do you guys have like different problems or concerns you come across because the homes around here are older than the fire stations here?
Pretty much every station has their own what we call target hazards. One of our biggest target hazards is we have a higher homeless population in this area due to all of the hospitals are located right around here, so that's where they receive a lot of their care. And then there's lots of resources around here, so we have those, and then we have a lot of high-rise buildings around here, high-rise hospitals. And those are just going to be different operations versus for when we do just regular house fires.
Also, like homes with older homes with like basements and stuff. Basements present a challenge because there's only, one ingress and one egress. And it's basically a chimney blowing up. If it's a basement fire. So it definitely presents challenges. Each structure presents a different challenge.
Please get out early.
All right, so guys, that's all.
On a newer homes too,
You guys can pet the dog at the end.
It's more synthetic.
As long as he says so, it's because it's his dog. It's his fire dog. So if he says it's okay,
lightweight
I
roofs,
can't promise
they made out of trusses. Trusses they fail quickly, as opposed to like an older home that has like a.
So like an engineered truss fails faster because there are more of them and they're smaller.
Well, what happens is those gusset plates that they sandwich them because you used to be able to get a 24-foot 2x4, now you can't. So they gusset plates and 12s together.
Yep.
And I don't know for sure, but I don't think he's completely certified as a fire dog yet, right?
Something like this, where like a roof.
He's not convinced. He's not listening.
this
So I know for sure we have at least 2 dogs that are completely certified to go out and help people.
Same thing.
That number I don't know.
Why do you
I want
want
to say
the
it's like
exercise
5.
ball? You guys put like.
I will show you when we do the
The
tour.
doggies in there?
No, the doggy doesn't go in the fire engine. If we were going to go on a call that they needed the fire doggy, he'd ride in the back with us. Okay.
What does your fire doggy do?
So the fire doggies are trained for search and rescue. Is what they're trained for. And so that's if some, the natural disasters happen and we need to find people, the dogs can go out and help us look for people. We use them their nose and smell for people, right?
What goes in there?
I will show you.
This?
So first step, this is a fire engine, right? We have 2 different pieces of apparatus that we use on fires, fire engines and fire trucks. The difference is the fire engine has all the hose and they put water on the fire, okay? So that's what we do. There's more fire engines than there are fire trucks. So this is our, what we call our quick attack lines, or our cross lays. These are what we're gonna need, the hoses. There's hoses and nozzles attached that we can pull all this out and we can go fight fires in, typically it's gonna be just regular houses, like your houses at home. These are the hoses that we'll use. And they're all different lengths. This is 150 feet, this is 200 feet, and this is 300 feet. Okay?
Wow.
So,
You guys have like 800 foot?
we do have 800 feet of hose, and I'll show you what that is. That we'll keep going to. So, all of these are where water can go into the fire engine and or out. So this one is in, this one is out, that one's out, that one's out, that one's in. Good way to remember, if it's like kind of my waist or below, it's going to usually go in. If it's above that, it's going to go out.
So, out, out, out.
Yep. You saw one of these on the road? Maybe it was us, just now? Because we just got back, so it might have been us. Okay, so this is hose that makes the water go into the fire engine. We hook it to there and then hook it to the fire hydrant. These are what we call wildland hose packs. It's for when we get grass fires. We can put them on our back and we connect the hose to there and it's about 200 feet per pack, so we get 400 feet. And we hook it in and we run down and chase down the fire, put it out. We keep adding more and more hose onto it until we put the whole fire out. Yes?
I love that. So once I got fire on the grass.
You want to stop fire on the grass? That's not okay. We don't play with fire, right?
I didn't play with it.
Oh, you saw it.
Yeah, I saw it.
So all of our fire engines have ladders. We can use them if we need to, but typically the ladders are done by the trucks. The truck put all the ladders to the buildings and they go upstairs, they cut holes in buildings and things like that. The fire engines typically don't do that, but we have them just in case. This is our medical supply compartment. So if you fall and you break your leg or you're sick, you call us, we come and we bring all these bags and that can help us help you. So we got IVs, and splints, and medicine, and lots of stuff. Yes?
Why do you guys have a shopping cart?
Because our grocery store is right next door, so we just take the shopping cart over to the grocery store, fill up the cart, and come back home. All the other fire stations, they have to drive to the store and they go as a group. We can send one person over there, go to the store, and then come back. Yes?
Convenient.
About the fire thing, one time my house almost caught on fire.
Oh yeah? Did the firemen come and help, or what happened?
It almost.
It almost did?
Yeah,
Well, I'm
just
glad it
about
did.
paper.
Okay.
And it burned
Yes.
the paper. I think everybody knows already that the ladder's on the fire.
Yeah. Ladders are on the fire truck. The fire trucks have the big tall ladder that go 105 feet in the air. It's really high. So, you asked where all of our plug hose is. So this is hose. It's large diameter, right? Big. And it's for getting water into the fire engine. Okay? This is way too heavy for us to lift and move, so water doesn't come out from here, it goes in. This is 1,000 feet.
To get water?
To get water. So if the fire hydrant's way far away, we drop this at the fire hydrant, drive off, all the hose falls out, and we can hook it up and get water in. This is 2.5 inches wide. This is, depending on the fire engine, it's going to be 750 or 800 feet. So that's what that is. And this is the 800 foot one for us. This is loaded where we can grab this section first, and that's 50 feet. And each one of these is 50 feet long. So kind of we make an assessment of how far away the fire is, and we can pull how much we need out. This is for big buildings like grocery stores and warehouses that we need a lot of water to put out a lot of fires. We're not going to use this on houses, just big buildings. Skyscraper, I'll show you that in a little bit. Yes?
Is there
There are poles, and in some firehouses, there's only 2 firehouses that have fire poles. That's Station 5 and Station 43. Yeah. Okay, so this next one, this is 3 inches, and this is what we call also supply hose. This isn't for fighting fire. What this is we pull it out. If it's like an apartment or a house that's really far away from the fire engine, and that hose up front isn't going to be long enough to reach it, we'll grab a bunch of this hose, take it closer to the fire, and then grab this hose and actually fight the fire with this hose.
How much?
Each one of these is 100 feet.
Wow.
Yes.
So was Station 4 one of the first fire stations ever made?
Not one of the first ever made, but it's the oldest that we still have that's still operational.
And a 5.
No, 5 is actually really new. They just rebuilt 5 like maybe 10 years ago. Okay, so we'll keep coming this way.
Where? Are we going to go inside?
Of course we'll go inside. So this is just a bunch of miscellaneous supplies and tools. We got fire extinguishers and shovels. This is called the Big Easy. It helps us get into cars when you lock yourself out of your car. But we'll only come help you if there's somebody inside your car. If not, then you have to call AAA. Okay? AAA is a company that helps you get into your car. It's not an emergency, right? You only want to call 911 when it is an emergency, right?
Like, what? 911,
Like
right
if
there.
your little brother who's 1 year old gets locked in the car and it's 100 degrees outside, that's when you call us, because we want to get him out of there quick.
Why?
Because you don't want him to get sick because it's too hot. All right, so when you asked about high rises, this is what we take up into the high rise. So the guy that I was talking about who drives, he'll stop, he'll hook. If it's on the 6th floor or below, we have to carry the hose up the stairs. If it's higher than that, we can take the elevators. Yes.
It kind of sounds like when you said fight the fires, you actually fight them with water.
Kind of like karate, but using water. So, this is what we call the engineer's compartment. This is the compartment for the guy who drives. This pretty much uses all this stuff. These are all just different fittings to get different size hoses hooked up to the fire engine. And then, yeah, like I said, this is another, we call it a shorty. It's for when the fire hydrant's super close and he can just do it himself. Usually if the fire hydrant's far away, then it takes a couple of people to get the hose out there, because that hose is really heavy. So a bunch of different little tools that we use, different nozzles, just extra stuff kind of thing. And then this is the pump panel, so when he gets us there, he gets out, and this is how he makes all the water come out of there. It looks really complicated, but it's really not. He just has to pull like a couple levers. That's it. Now we'll go back, straight back behind you guys. So that's the fire engine. This is the firehouse. This is where we live.
Wait,
for 2
Eli,
days.
wait.
So first
Wait for
over
them
here,
to
that's why we
guide
have,
us.
this is all of our workout equipment. Some of our newer fire stations have rooms specifically for working out. We don't. We use whatever space we have available. So this is where we work out. We try to get a workout in at least once a day. It gets interrupted. Like I got 30 minutes in today, and we got a call, and I came back and I got to work some more.
Leave those alone, you guys.
We do it the best we can. So we have stuff to lift weights, like you over there do. We got stuff to
No, put it down. If we don't want to drop that on toes. It would be
All right,
bad
so you
news.
guys ready to go inside?
Eli.
All right, come on this way. We're gonna go that way, through that door right there.
Yeah.
Where are we going?
Go in there. You can go in there. Open it all the way up.
Smells good in here.
Yeah, I don't know what he's making. All right. So this is where we sleep, obviously.
You want to go see where they sleep?
He's a big Kings fan. You're a Kings fan? I thought you were a Warriors fan. Why are you wearing Warriors hat?
I'm a Warriors King fan.
Oh, okay.
What actually leads to the Kings?
All right. So this is where we sleep. We come in here and we try to sleep all night, but usually we don't get to. Right behind his head up there, you see a red light and a blue light. That's what wakes us up in the night if a call goes off. If the red light goes off, it means it's for the fire engine. If the blue light goes off, it's for the ambulance. Because here we do have a fire engine and an ambulance. The ambulance isn't here right now. The ambulance is out on a call. Yes. That's my bed. That's why I kind of try to make it look a little better, so I didn't look like a slob. Everybody else's bed was made. I was lazy. Sorry. And then these lights also come on at night. So these are what they call trip lights. They'll come on at night when the call goes out so we can kind of get up and we can see. And then like 10 minutes later, they'll turn off on their own. So it makes it easier for us to get out and not trip and fall over it ourselves. All right, we're gonna go back that way.
What if you can't really, like, you don't want to get up on?
Sometimes. It kind of depends on how bad our night is. Last night we had a pretty good night. We only had 2 calls. So this room right here is the captain's office. He comes in here and he does paperwork after every single call. He has to fill out reports for everything we do and everything we did. So that's what his computer's for. He's in here a lot doing that.
Something smells like spaghetti.
I don't know what he's making. You can go ask him. He's in there. He's making it right now. Down here is the basement. We don't have anything down there. It's just the basement. It's nothing special. What are you making, Simon?
Soup.
You making soup? Oh, I'm connected. All right. So right here, this is
Oh yeah, I know what this is.
what's this?
No, this.
Oh, that's the mic. So this is actually super cool. This is really, really old. This is called the Firebox. What they used to do with this is back before people had cell phones and there was only pay phones around, right? You guys all have cell phones, your moms have cell phones. Before they didn't have those, so you would come here, you'd pull this down, and push that down, and the fire department would come to this box and see what you needed. So
Why
that's,
is someone right on me?
I don't know. But it's old. They don't use these
Maybe
anymore.
it's a bum. And you came in here?
No, no. All right, and then so this is a printer, and every time we get a call, it prints out paper that on the paper tells us what we're going to, where we're going, and all the information that we would need to know for that. The rest of this is all radios, because in the station, not only do we get the printer, we also get a dispatcher that comes on the radio and tells us what we're going on and where we're going. So that's kind of what all of this is for. And same thing with this. This is the radio box.
Whoa. Whoa.
This is the hallway. It goes from one side of the station to the other side. That's the map.
What's this?
This is the map of our first in, what we call our first in. So anything inside this dot right here is where we would go to if somebody calls 911. If the next closest fire engine isn't available, then we would go outside that box, but usually this is kind of the area that we work in. That's the pictures of the people who work here. The B shift likes to take pictures of themselves. The C shift, we don't take pictures of ourselves.
Where are you?
I'm not on here because, like I said, the C shift doesn't take pictures of ourselves. So we're not on here. The B shift, so he just became a captain here on the B shift, and then he just took all the pictures and put them all back up there. Pretty much everybody else hasn't done it. Matt Damon does not work here, but somebody that looks like Matt Damon does, so that's why Matt Damon's picture is up there. Matt Damon is an actor.
Yeah, but which person is this?
No, he's not on the A shift, so that's Matt Rosales, and Matt Damon is, his last name's Ellis. I'm forgetting his first name. But the guy that looks like him, his name's Ellis. So that's why Matt Damon's on the board. Guys, those are old pictures of all the old firemen and the old firehouses, and yeah.
Oh, that one's old.
Super old. All right. So like this picture right here, this is our fire station, and behind it, over there where the Safeway is, was an old theater called the Alhambra Theater. It's not there anymore. So that's an old picture. 1954. So this is the day room. This is kind of where we come in, kind of get a relax. Whenever we have time to relax, if we can watch some TV after usually 7 o'clock or so, we'll come in and kind of relax, waiting for more calls. It's also kind of where we keep all of our stuff in our lockers. The dog goes in there. There's tables where we can study and computers where we can study and read and do whatever it is what we need to do paperwork as well. The firemen have to do paperwork as well as the captain. And a bed. So that bed is for when we have an extra person come in for either doing a ride-along or when we're teaching them how to be a paramedic. They would have to sleep in that bed because we don't have enough room. Poor bed for them because then the guys up too late.
What is the men thing for?
That's the boys' bathroom. So we won't actually go look into there, but it's a bathroom. It's got showers and stalls just like any other bathroom. So back when this first station was first built, the boys and girls shared the same bathroom. So that's kind of why it says men. And then you flip this over, and it says women. So when the women would go in, they would open that up, and that would be how you would know that there was a woman in there, and you wouldn't want to go in there if you were a boy. And then when the boy would go in there, they'd come back and they'd fold it back over, so now you know the boy is in there. But now in the back, we have a girls' bathroom that's only for the girls. So we don't have to do that anymore. Now this is only for the boys. Not today, there's not. And I don't think there's any girls that are actually assigned here, but there are girls that are assigned to fire stations. We have lots of girls in our fire department. Don't ask me how many, because I don't know the exact number, but there's a lot. There's quite a few. I don't think there's that many. There's only 500 firemen. There might be 100 for girls. I don't know. I don't know the exact numbers. But there are lots of women that work here. So we're gonna go back out here. You want to go meet Hank? Hank's the dog. You can go pet him now.
Thank you.
Yeah, what's your dog? Alice. This is Hank. So, like firefighter Kevin was saying, he likes doing kisses. Hank's one of our search and rescue doggies, okay? So when people get stuck in a building, hey, easy. When they get stuck in a building or like a tornado or earthquake, and we can't find them fast enough, Hank's nose is so strong that he can find them in usually about a minute and a half. So about 90 seconds, he can cover about 10,000 square feet. And that's not what we as firefighters, we can't cover that much. Sit. Yeah. We can't cover that much. And so dogs have noses that are 2,000 times stronger than ours. And that's over double the strength that any technology can do to find someone. So Hank just certified in October. But he's one of 6 in the Sacramento area.
How old's Hank?
He's only 3. So Hank is a rescue dog too. So he was found in a shelter. And so we gave him another chance. And now he comes home with me, and then he goes to work with me. And so you saw his bed inside, right? So it's the kennel is right next to the lockers. So that's where he stays. And then we come out. I do. So Hank's really unique. His superpower is that he doesn't know how to turn off. So he goes bonkers all the time. And so we have to try and taper that. So we have to just kind of give him some time. When dogs are in their kennel, they relax. What they do is it's their safe space. It's their room. Nobody goes in there. Over here. Nobody goes in there. Nobody's there to stress them out. It's where they can get comfortable and know that they're going to be safe. It's like going to your bedroom and knowing that nobody can hurt you, right? So, but he loves, yeah. Yeah. I know. So this one, he's really strong. Oh man, thank goodness Hank hasn't figured that out. But really? I've heard of dogs learning how to open up the garage door. Hey, come here. So Hank is trained to think that every person that we're looking for has his favorite toy. And his favorite toy is a big tug toy. So you play tug of war with him. So he thinks every time he finds somebody that they're gonna come out and say, here I am, and they just play with him the whole time. So that's why he loves playing and doing his job. Yeah, and he's so happy to see you guys. He's like, yay! I hope you don't mind dog kisses. Easy.
So if he goes home with you, does that mean only your guys' group has a dog?
I'm technically overtime today, so he goes home with me, and we're a resource anytime. So we can get dispatched from home. Yeah, we haven't been dispatched yet, but last year we had 4 dog deployments, 2 to Puerto Rico, and 4 to the southeast for all the hurricanes and floods. So our dogs are the reason why our rescue team goes. It's like the one resource that you have to have. So if the dogs aren't available, our rescue team can't leave. So I'm sorry, he doesn't know where his back end is sometimes, huh?
Yeah, you guys are lucky. Hank isn't normally here with us.
Yeah.
No, happen to be here.
None of this was funded out of the fire department or the federal or anything. All this comes out of Vinny's pocket.
Yeah.
Everything, all the vet bills, everything. So
So we have 6 people that work at this station at any time. So 4 people on all of our fire engines and 2 people on our ambulance.
Oh, that's not an accident.
There's plenty of people that'll come in tomorrow. 6 more people will come in tomorrow, and then 6 more people 2 days after that. So 24 is plenty of cookies for everybody.
I think they're going to be very happy to find out that you guys came by. Especially the A shift. The A shift's a bunch of old guys.
So you put all that time and money into having a search and rescue dog. Do you eventually get compensated for
So we are part of a Search Dog Foundation. So I have a trainer that volunteers her time, and they take in donations for their time and work. But no.
He's not considered like an employee to where you get paid if he gets used?
I get paid if we go out, yeah. But all the time and effort and training and the food and stuff like that, we subsidize that cost. So me and my family. That's why he gets to come home with me, and when he retires, he's going to be our dog.
Wow.
How long is his service time usually?
So we try to get them certified by age 3, which he's 3 right now, and then a lab his size can usually go to age 10.
Gotcha.
So we have 2 more certifications after this, and they're every 3 years. But some of the bigger dogs, like the bigger the dog, the more wear and tear their body goes through. So sometimes they go maybe just baby. Yeah. Yeah, he is, and he likes it. He's been so happy to see you guys. Sorry you're gonna have a bunch of Hank souvenirs. Hank's gonna leave all his hair on.